Welcome to the Quick Stop F1 podcast. My name is Nyasha, and you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. Joining me today is a guy who has just found out I've been stealing all of his memes, which is I've been caught red-handed. And I apologize, but they're just so good. Long-time friend of the show, but distant stranger. Glad to bring him back into the fold. It's Pit Stop Fracas' own Mahad. Oh, you know what? Sorry. McLaren. Hold on. I forgot. And McLaren Fan TV's own Mahad. There you go. I can't forget that.
I do too many things badly, you know. So
no,
you forget,
never that. Legend in two games like Pee Wee Herman. So just to get, by the way, if you're watching this, thank you for watching. Give us a like, subscribe to the video. Oh my God, we just had our biggest ever video today. Don't piss me off. Huh? 12K views today. Oh my God, you don't understand. That is huge for us. We've got even today, I think we've increased by another 150, 200 subscribers or so. So thank you so much to everyone who's new to the channel. Thanks for the comments. Really appreciate it. And man, look, Mahad and I, we started in this game at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think to see the growth of the sport and the growth of our platforms and to be able to do what we're doing, I think, we're innovators in this thing, and it's really cool that we're still here, being able to do this, 3 years later.
We see the big players in this game copying us. We see it. I see some them tweets. I see that.
Yeah.
From the big accounts, and I'm like, where did they get that idea from?
Huh? Where did they?
Big publications, you know.
Hey, big 4-letter publications.
Yes.
Yeah. We won't say anything on that. But I'm going to take you to a little history lesson before we get into today, because we've got a special show for you today. So I'm going to take you back to 2022. Quickstop F1 has just got a Twitch contract, which they will absolutely discard 3 months later. However, oh my God, I did not want that money. But what we were trying to do on there was to create live TV shows. And I approached this guy because we always had this idea. We were bouncing it back and forth man, F1 needs a debate style show, the same way you see First Take in America. What's the other one? What's one? Undisputed, yes, that's the one, where you've got personalities and they just debate the day's news, and there's nothing like that in F1. Let's do that. Me and Matt had turned up in our suits, debating our asses off on Twitch, and it was an incredible content. So we thought we'd bring it back today. No suits, guys. It's boiling in
Absolutely
the UK
not.
right now. I've got a good quality cotton t-shirt on right now, and I am boiling. I cannot, let alone a suit. So what we're going to do for you today, there's going to be three topics that we're going to debate, and I will always allow Mad as the guest the opportunity to debate whichever side he wants. I will counter, and then we will let you guys in the arguments decide who debated the best. Not who is right or wrong in terms of the answer, but who put forward their arguments the best. Okay? That's the format. Here is the first topic. Should have had these up. I'm such a bad host.
I need to get the questions up. Hold on.
Yeah, hold on. Right. Mahad, the first topic, topical, given the events of the weekend. Lewis Hamilton coming through to win his 105th race win, mired in controversy given the disqualification of George Russell. Now that is not up for debate. That was a legality issue. His car was underweight. However, ripe for debate is the strategy that Mercedes used. So, Mahad, first point of debate today. Was the way that Mercedes ran their strategy fair? over to you.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
And
Why is that?
the reason I'll say yes, not because it turned out Russell's car had Ozempic and it was losing weight, not because of that at all. Just because at the end of the day, when it comes to strategy, yes, there's an overall team strategy. Mercedes will have their little briefing before the race. We're going to do this in X, Y, Z scenario and so on. And as you may know, Mr. George Russell, Mr. Kings Lynn, Woody, as they may call him, likes to go rogue when things ain't working out, right?
No doubt.
But I believe that drivers should have the freedom to go rogue when they feel like things are not working out to maximize their result. Okay? I believe in that freedom. I call it ingenuity.
Ooh.
This guy is doing what's best to score the most points. He's nowhere. He's fifth. He's like, this ain't really working out. Tires feel all right. I'm sussing out the situation. Let me speak to my strategy team. I'm going to go for it, right?
Yeah.
What the problem for Mercedes is how is this impacting the other side of that ball? How is it affecting Bono, Lewis, and so on in their race strategy, right? But at the end of the day, and I'll say this clear, this is not a team sport. It is driver against driver.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
So if Russell wants to take it into his own hands to produce a better race result that he would originally get, he's entitled to do that, right?
Okay.
And Mercedes' strategy should be flexible enough to give both these guys an equal chance, right? They may have felt Russell, no way he's going to do that. No way he's going to make a one-stop.
I think there's an element of that.
So they're thinking, this guy is going to cook himself. It's done. Lewis is going to win regardless. They didn't know how hard it is to overtake on this track when they're shortened that DRS on. They all shortened it by 75 meters. You couldn't have raced on this track in the first place. And they reduced it again by 75 meters. The only thing that was artificial before, they were like, oh, people are overtaking too much in Spa. Who cares? Who cares if people are overtaking too much? Just stupid that sounds, right? It's one of the most stupid. FIA, let's have a word. Apart from that, I think Russell should have the freedom within his own strategy, within the strategy of the team to do that. At the end of the day, net lead was Lewis Hamilton at the point of him doing that, right? Him trying to get a better result shouldn't really... obviously, they didn't measure the impact it would have on Lewis Hamilton, and Lewis Hamilton asked those questions, how tight would it be? Right? Yeah. But he should be allowed that freedom. Same way, if Lewis Hamilton decided to tire whisper Lewis Hamilton. If he decided to do a one-stop, we'll applaud him. Experience. He knows what he's doing. Go. Whatever. Russell is just one of those guys. He's in the casino, man. This guy does roulettes, man. He's
on a spin machine.
He's on the spin machine at all times. He's just gambler. He's like, you know what? This ain't working out for me on pace. I've got to do something.
Yeah.
Right? And that's something that's his trait. We've seen this from 2022, 2023. He's going to do that. Sometimes they don't work out and he looks like an idiot. Right? This time it worked out. Nobody else did a one-stop. And it worked out for him, right? But he should be allowed the freedom and the strategy. And I think Mercedes gave him that freedom. And I think the strategy was correct to let him do that because it was the winning strategy. And they orchestrated a 1-2. They didn't do their calculations right. Ozempic car, done out here, DSQ. Dairy Queen.
Okay, Mahad, thank you very much. That was very good. And sorry to the people who've just subscribed who just found out we have sound effects. Unfortunately, they're not going anywhere.
Please about stuff like that. Come on, man.
Come on.
Please.
Are you mean? Anyway. Okay, Mahad, I understand your points.
Okay.
I hear what you're saying.
Yep.
But let me ask you this. As a McLaren fan, just last week, 7 days ago, at the time of the race, McLaren ran a strategy where the car behind was given a favourable strategy, for whatever reason, to cover off someone else. They came out in front. Oscar Piastri at that point had net lead, the lead. And McLaren, deeming that it was what? It was unfair. Pleaded with a man to give that place back. And Lando Norris, to his credit, what did he do? He gave that place back. Why? Because he knew it was fair. Now, Mercedes, I understand what you're saying. Look, they got a 1-2, okay? And they got a 1-2 until they realised that George Russell's car had been on the Kate Moss weight loss diet. You know? He's been in Mayfair, he's been in White China too often, okay? Unfortunately. Nothing but champagne and coca for days. The high life. But the car was underweight. But they had a 1-2, I understand that. However, Lewis Hamilton, having led at the point of requesting that strategy for circa 26 laps, and for them to not have calculated a potential teammate, like you say, the delta needed to overtake was crazy. The only people getting battered up this weekend were Leclerc and Perez.
They got batted up a couple times.
And
Perez.
Like, them two right there.
Nobody else got batted up like
No one else got batted up like them two. Them two got batted up. But that just shows it was only those two that got batted up. Everyone else struggled to overtake. Lando Norris must have been sick of the sight of Max Verstappen's rear wing by the end of it.
Insane.
So for Mercedes not to have stuck a teammate into Lewis's path, having done pace to defend from a speedy McLaren, and now they're saying, no, you're going to have to add more onto that. Whatever tyre thing you're doing, LeBron James, add 2 more. Couple tenths more needed on that. Now, sorry. By the way, Lewis, sorry. 15 laps to go. You've got to have to break down that 10-second lead, mate. Sorry, it's not fair. It's not a fair strategy to both drivers. It's a fair strategy to one driver and one driver only, and that is George Russell. Now, if they said to George, stay out, let's get the 1-2, and if Lewis comes up on your rear, do not disturb him because he is net lead. And we need to protect the position from Oscar. I'd say, you know what? Geniuses. The boys from Brackley done it again. Huh? But they didn't. And it was an unfair strategy. And for that reason, Mahad, that's why I'm proposing that it was an unfair strategy.
Okay. I get your point. I'm hearing what you're saying, yeah? From the guys of Lewis Hamilton fan or the guys of somebody else, if you're an Oscar Piastri fan or whatever, you would, in those scenarios, you would want fairness, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
But when on earth did we care about team orders? When did it become like team orders is the in thing now? Where team orders used to be despised, now it's like it's the in thing. I don't think you knew my opinion on last week at Hungary, yeah? Do you know whose mistake that is? That's the team. They got to hold it. They got to hold the mistake. They got to hold it.
Yeah,
you got to hold that. You are in control of both where their cars are going. You were playing chess and you made a mistake. It's got nothing to do with the drivers. It's on you lot.
You know what they've
Hold
done? It. You know when someone goes to move a piece in chess and they touch it?
Yeah.
And then they go back and they're like, no, we can't do that. No, bro, you better move that piece, bro.
You better deal with that uncomfortable briefing after that race that you effed up. You on the pit wall, whoever made that decision, you effed up. Same way I said that with McLaren last week. You effed up. Yeah? You got to hold it. Because team orders, when there's 2 racing drivers, that's doing 1-2. I can understand if it was like, oh, it's 3-4, we got to chase the guy down, move out the way. This is 1-2. You got to hold it. I don't care. Anybody that believes team orders should be used in 1-2, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Unless it's something to do with somebody's trying to go for a championship and there's only a couple points between it, don't be doing team orders for a win. You're moving mad. You're moving mad. Second of all, yeah, I believe that if Lewis Hamilton was given the opportunity to do a one-stop, he would have done it, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
He kept on saying, this is early in the race, why are you pitting me? The tyres are fine, right? Mm. We have to start having a discussion, because I think we ain't seen it in a while, right? Where it's 2 drivers competing for wins on the same team, right? You have to understand that it's one side of the pit wall, there's the other side of the pit wall. Yeah. Right? These they ain't mates, they ain't together. He's going to do what's best for his driver. He's going to do what's best for his driver. He didn't do what's best for Lewis Hamilton because he weren't paying attention.
let's talk about that. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. Let's talk about that. Do you know who's come away unscathed from the weekend? That's Peter Bonington, brother. Peter Bonington, yeah? I'm not going to lie to you. You're a lucky boy. You're a lucky boy. Because all of the calculation, I'm willing to throw this debate right now to talk about this.
I'm lost.
No, I don't care. 1-0. I'll lose the debate. Peter Bonington, yeah? No. Do you know why, yeah? This is what cheeks does, yeah? When someone's got cheeks, everyone just loses all sense of perception and reality.
Bring him to Ferrari.
Bruv, get away from this man now, because the lack of information given to Lewis Hamilton on Sunday was appalling. Also, bruv, we're looking at like everyone's, I think it was Max Verstappen who came in on the mediums and he pitted before Lewis. And they were like, there was shitloads of tread on his tyre. Feel free to push now.
Yep.
Lewis Hamilton himself, the tyre whisperer, the guy that this team made do 50 laps in Monaco on mediums. That guy, we've been dining and feasting at the Lewis and Inshallah table for fucking years. All of a sudden now we're scared of Leclerc. The guy we breezed past at the beginning of the race. We have to pit a lap later. Guys, I want more. You know what the thing is, yeah? Conservatism. I hate that shit. And I feel like sometimes Peter Bonington is too conservative. And at the weekend, not only was he conservative, but he didn't realise what was going on in his own team. He was blind to it. Naive. You know when a man goes into ends with a chain, he's got his phone out, he's got drugs in his pocket, and he's just walking around like anyone wants some loud. Anyone wants some loud. What's going to happen? You're asking to get robbed, bro.
Then it's drive, uncle, drive. That's what happens.
Uncle, please.
Uncle, please drive. That's what ends up happening, right? You have to understand. It's Russell versus Hamilton.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's what it is. And there is naivety. Listen, I'm a McLaren fan. I suffer with conservatism all the time. These guys are just scared of ghosts. They'll be running 1-2 and they're scared of ghosts. Why are they looking behind them? So I understand that, right? But what I expected, and a lot of teams, I'm not going to just fault people on them because a lot of teams weren't paying attention. They saw Sainz running. How long Sainz was running on the hard at the beginning of the race? And he was still going fast.
Like,
McLaren saw Piastri say, clean air is king. He started setting fast. It's like they're pitting 2 laps later. What are you doing?
That was surprising.
What are you doing?
That was surprising.
They made Lando Norris go long at the beginning. They boxed him off hard immediately on the second stint.
Even Sainz, like, they've made him go long.
He's first.
And then they bring him in. And they bring him in again, like, a few laps later. There's no one... Everyone's running off theory and they're not looking at the numbers. And normally, people are looking at the numbers too much and not real life. Like, their head's down here, but the reality is up there. I don't even know. I don't think they're looking at it. I don't know what they're looking at the screen. They're pranging out about tyre wear that doesn't exist. Anyway, look.
Why is George Russell smarter than the pit wall?
He's not. That's the thing.
Or he's just gambling. He's just punning.
Hey, look. This guy's putting, bruv, word to Skepta, £25 notes in a roulette machine and spin them. He doesn't give a fuck. He's on the dole putting coins in a fucking fruity slot machine.
Do you know why he's 8th? Out of the top 4 teams, he's last. He's 8th. He's got to do something. He's behind Perez.
No, exactly.
It's looking scary.
Exactly. It is scary. A couple DNFs. I'm not going to get at him.
Yeah, we're not going to get at him. He's had a good season. This is where I say the thing lies.
Yes.
Points lies.
Points lies. But I'll take those lies. I'll take those pretty little lies all day. They'll piss me off. Okay, look. I forfeited that debate because you know what? Peter Bonington got away with it. And you know why as well? Because George Russell asked for 1 stop before. They showed it as Hamilton came in. But you know that radio call came around the time they're debating when Hamilton's due to come in. And if Hamilton's telling you, I want to stay out, there should be consideration to know Okay, well, George is thinking of staying out, or if you say you want to stay out, let's go long and then we'll get them on the overlap. Let's see how it goes. Anyway, let me not. I'm going to just give you that one because I've obviously forfeited that, but he had to hold that.
You held some flack online prior to the DSQ.
Who?
You, with your takes.
You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain, you know? After everything I've done, do you know what I mean? Like,
Pillar of the community.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I get it. The thing is, I get it. At the time, I think, again, the widespread belief was that they had to do the undercut. And I was going on, they had to cover the undercut. And I was just going on that belief, right?
Yeah.
But as I got more information, I found out. But some of the things people were saying to me, yeah, bruv, Mahad, can you believe a man said I was patronising, bruv? He said, Nyasha, stop being patronising. All I said was, in my honest opinion, I think in my honest opinion, I don't think this was done on purpose. As in to sabotage Lewis. But that's patronising.
I'm sorry. The British accent is patronising at times. You got to hold it.
But the thing is, I do sound sarcastic and I do type sarcastic. I get that.
Really?
I'm like a black gravelly Lando Norris.
Everybody's going to take offense to anything you say.
Anything I say, get this guy out of here.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks for bringing up my trauma. I've just about got...
Anybody that's viewing that did that, have shame. This is a pillar of the Team LH community.
You know what? The mad thing is the second week in a row, blood. The first week was when we did the fucking conversation with Cameron. All I'd done was put up the thumbnail. And I was like, Max Lewis equal ? Oh my God. My mentions were hot for like a half day. I'm like, guys, did you even listen to the podcast? At least listen to me. You know what? I love you guys, but just give me the benefit of the doubt a couple times, please.
Give me the view. Give me the view at least. Go on YouTube and give me the view. What do you mean you're just looking at the tweet? Piss me off.
Oh my God. Right, mad.
Yeah.
Before I piss off more people. Debate question number 2. You mentioned McLaren earlier, and you are a McLaren guy. So, McLaren have ascended to the top of the F1 speed rankings. They are, without a doubt, over any track, the favourites to do well at that track. I know you have a very big problem with fastest car discussions. Let's presume for now they have the fastest car. Anyway, regardless of that, given their position and given the future that's going, the trajectory that they're on, are McLaren ready to fight for championships?
I'm going to say yes, but with a technicality that it's not this year.
Okay. So
I think we can win the Constructors' Championship. I've just got some favourable news right now regarding a certain driver for a certain team. So I'm going to double down on that. For the driver's title, I'm going to say next year. This year, the first 4 races, we didn't have a car that was there. We're finishing 8th in Bahrain. Those type of things matter when you're racing an alien called Max Verstappen. You can't really just take 4 races off and be like, I'm not here.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But Constructors, I think we're there. But do I think we're there right now as of this moment? I think it's going to be after the summer break. And do you know why? I don't think people have been paying attention. And I'm going to present some information for those that are not really in depth to McLaren and what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So McLaren did not bring the car that they wanted to launch with until Miami, which is the 5th race, right? Yeah. Once that happened, they had the best car overall, right? That car, you could take it anywhere, don't really have setup issues. It can go. Don't matter what type of track it is. It's the most drivable car. I will give you that, right? From that point, you've seen Ferrari bring upgrades. You've seen Red Bull bring upgrades. You've seen Mercedes bring upgrades. None of them have been able to clear us. And we ain't bring an upgrade since Miami. That was in May. We are in August.
Oh, was that the date of the 10 upgrades?
The 10 upgrades was in May 5th.
Jesus.
And then I'm hearing right now, Andrea Stella, we got something coming after summer break. So these men sitting on something. If they upgrade and it works, every week you're just going to see Oscar versus Lando. Because these men can't catch us. It's going to be Hungary just over and over again. If it correlates and it works. Because these men, Red Bull slapped an upgrade on in Hungary, they're looking baffled. They're slow. They brought an upgrade for that track. They could not compete in the race. Ferrari, we know what them upgrades are doing. Spaghetti upgrades. Floundering.
Not even spaghetti. Fucking, like, tinned, you know them tinned alphabet spaghetti?
Alphabet, you know, I know them, Heinz. Can't even spell Ferrari out. Ain't got enough I's. Ain't got enough R's. Done. That we know about Ferrari and upgrades, and I pray for Lewis next year because they need to sort it out, Mercedes, they've slapped upgrades on the car. They were starting from far back. They look good. Track dependent, they're there, innit? We saw this weekend, we saw in Silverstone, they're there or thereabouts, right? But McLaren haven't moved an inch forward since Miami. They put one little rear wing and one little, that was track specific for Spa, and they brought one little front wing that was for Silverstone. That's about it. When they come through with another 10 upgrades, what's going to happen?
It's a bit peak.
It's a bit peak. Lie. So then all this stuff, because I've watched McLaren. These guys have not been up front since 2012. That's 12 years. They don't know what it looks like. All the people that were there back then, because everybody thinks McLaren the name, right? They're champions. Look, they've won titles, blah, blah, blah. All them staff, they left. They went to other teams, bro. The only people that are in that team that are left is Andrea Stella, who was at Ferrari back then anyway, and he's just coming. He knows how to win. And Tom Stallard, Oscar Piastri's radio engineer, because he used to be Jenson Button's radio engineer back then.
Oh, wow, okay.
So he's experienced. He knows how to coach and win. Everybody else is like, it's like watching knives and babies with knives in a room. They don't know what's going on that pit wall at all. They don't know how to run a race win at all. And then you're expecting a 24-year-old Lando Norris and a 23-year-old Oscar Piastri to know how to coach a race win. You ain't got the experience there. This is just like uni. It's uni over there. Them man don't know what's going on. Freshers week. They don't have a Scooby what's going on. They have absolutely no. They've got this fast car from all the experienced stuff that we've got, all the OGs at McLaren. We're talking about the people that built the Red Bulls from 2010, 2014. We've got Neil Oatley, the consultant, 1980s, ground effects, championship winning car. These guys know how to build a car. They've done it, right?
They've done their job.
They've done their job. But it's like they've got a bad beat. They're fumbling. They don't know what they're doing. They're like...
do you know what I mean? You know what? They're on the phone and they're just taking pictures like every 2 minutes. Like,
babes!
New picture, babe.
I'm at them. Look what I got. This is what's happening. This is what's happening. So I'm seeing the pit wall. I'm seeing the drivers on occasion. They don't know what it looks like, right? And to me, this is a learning year. This is just like, you guys... You're all young. You've been here for the first time. Like Lando's radio engineer doing War and Peace. This guy started the same time as Lando. How's he going to coach a win? He literally started his job the same time as Lando. So it's not like he's coming with wealth of experience coaching loads of different drivers on the radio. No. Yeah. This is a young outfit. This is like a young football team that's we ain't really been in the top four. I'm just letting them learn. This is a learning year. You're going to hold licks. Max Verstappen is giving licks out to these men. Yeah. He is. They're going to hold licks, but they've got a certain fella on that team over there called Sergio Perez who's going to stay. And you know what? Max Verstappen can't do 2 versus 1. This ain't last year. He ain't got the car.
He hasn't.
So constructors is a wrap. Drivers, he's got it in the bag because these two, they're not there. They don't know what it looks like. But next year, after they go through all this experience this year, because we're going to see more fuck-ups. You think you saw Hungary and Silverstone, you're going to see even worse. Yeah, and I'm a McLaren fan. I'm embarrassed. Do you know what? Yeah, the last 6 races, I've had to stand up the whole race. I don't even sit down on my sofa.
Just like watching Al Jazeera. Just like
I'm an African dad watching Al Jazeera. I am disgusted. Do you know what's so funny? Yeah, I didn't say a word. You know when they pitted Lando before Oscar in Hungary, I just shook my head and started laughing. I said, I already know what's gonna happen. These men are dumb. every single mistake is a new mistake because they've never experienced it before.
Yeah.
Everything's brand new. 12 years is a lot. This ain't back in the day. These lot are from scratch. Treat them like a brand new team, right?
Yeah.
But once they have the car that's there, and once they go through these experiences, 2025 is a wrap.
Okay. Whew. Good points put across. Okay, if we're saying next year, you're saying it's a wrap.
I think constructors are a wrap now. Drivers is a wrap next year.
You're saying constructors is wrapped, nailed on.
100%. Sergio Perez.
There's 3 reasons why you're not going to win the constructors title next year.
This year?
Next year.
Oh, next year. Okay.
Next year. Okay. I'll tell you that now. 1, Sergio Perez is going to stink it out so bad these next 6 months. Red Bull are not going to win the constructors title because I think McLaren are going to win it this year. And they're not going to, for the first time in 3 years, these men ain't getting no winner's bonus. In a cost of living crisis, there's going to be riots in Milton Keynes.
That brother with dreads, no Hakkasan. You're done.
No Hakkasan for you. Huh? It will not be 9 teams, 1 family. It'll be 10 teams.
Oh, my God.
He's not going to be able to get a retwist for months.
No bonuses out here, man. Sorry, guys.
No bonus for you. And they're going to, look, there'll be pressure from above. Get this bum out of here pronto. Expeditiously.
I just want to let you know, Sergio Perez has scored 26 points since Miami.
26 points since Miami? That is embarrassing. And that trend is going to continue. They've kept him in now. Oh, my God. Some of the circuits we're about to go to, he is in for an absolute slog. What is it? Sorry, we're going where? We're going Zandvoort. We're going to go Zandvoort. I don't think he'll do that well. Monza, I think he'll be fine. I'm going to be fine.
Then there's Baku.
How hard
Baku, I think he'll be fine.
Baku, I think I'll be fine. You know, there's a couple street circuits. But you see them Qatars, you see them USA, you see them Sao Paulos. My goodness. And I don't trust him not to bin it in Singapore. I'm not going to lie to you. He'll either win Singapore or he's going to bin it. One of the two. It's going to be an extreme because it's a street circuit. But my God, Sergio Perez is not going to do the job. They're going to get rid of him and they're going to get someone else in. Now, who they get in is vital to whether McLaren or not will have the superiority that you claim that they'll have. I think, genuinely, hand on heart, any bomber Clark man can do better than Sergio Perez in that car. Bro, I'm telling you now, put Logan Sargent in that car, he's doing bits. I'm sorry. I'm telling you now. How many points? Read out the amount of points he's had.
I just want to say, you just said Logan Sargent.
And I mean,
guys, are you listening to this argument right now? I just want you to take note about who's putting the best argument. This guy said Logan Sargent, he just got handed P45 today. Today. He's going to be in Gillette ads IndyCar next year. He's dusted. He's done. He ain't doing nothing. Listen. Perez is bad, yeah? But you have to understand, Max Verstappen makes him look like a bum. Yeah? Same way he made Albon look like a bum. The same way he made Gasly look like a bum. Who are they going to put in there? Daniel Ricciardo. Lando Norris made Daniel Ricciardo look like a bum. So what's Max Verstappen going to do to him? You have to hire somebody that's better than Norris or Piastri. Are you going to find that person? Unless it's from the academy. Somebody come true. Lindblad, Hadjar, Sam come true. That's on smoke.
Hadjar?
Hey, listen, I got Hadjar socks. That's my son. You hear me? Yeah? That is my son. Yeah? But, what, they're going to put Yuki in the seat? Liam Lawson? Them man have to just figure it out. I'm hearing that car's very difficult to drive. Only Max knows how to drive it, whatever. This is the pitfalls. Everybody telling me, yo, you have to have a team that we're number 1 driver and number 2 driver. You can't have the number 2 driver better than the number 1 driver. You see what mess they're in now? For their lives.
And this is what I've always maintained. Give me 2 fast drivers manage that situation over one good guy and a bum. Because Mercedes, it was all good when Lewis Hamilton was winning titles left, right, centre, Valtteri Bottas doing fuck all. The moment we needed a season from Valtteri Bottas to step up to the plate in 2021, this guy did it. Did you see that thread? Did you see that thread when they were like, Valtteri Bottas' 2021 season was criminally underrated. Here's why. Let me tell you now, F1 Twitter, the cheek of these people to come into my mentions and tell me I've got zero wheel knowledge when that's the shit they're cranking out. Let me tell you now, I lived through that. I saw that with my own eyes. I saw him fighting with a Williams in 10th in Imola. Shouldn't even been near Russell.
Yep.
Shouldn't even been there. I saw this guy in Baku. I saw that performance.
Hall of shame.
Hall of shame. I saw this guy pull his panties to the side in Mexico off the start line. Do you know how bad Valtteri Bottas was?
Zandvoort just running around like his pack.
Bro! Hungry! Although he did take out, man. He did take out, man. Let's not too much. Bro, don't tell. So if you're telling me we had, even look, they're saying they might take points off each other, blah, blah, blah. It's a fine margin. Let me tell you now, if you've got a guy down in 8th and your guy is not able to be any higher than 5th, 6th, then you're fucked.
Ask me now if I want Ricciardo or Piastri in that McLaren right now. Ricciardo gave me aneurysms. I don't even look the same after that. Yeah? And people are telling me, oh, who's better, Lando, Oscar, whatever. I'm a McLaren fan. I don't care, man. Whoever performs better, I'm there, man. Let me eat. These are rich people problems, man.
Honestly, like steak or lobster.
That's what you're asking me. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go steak and lobster. I don't care.
At the end of the day,
I'll just go to the restaurant.
And if both of them stop performing, guess what? Zach's firing him because he's trigger happy. He's firing both of them.
Bruv, Zach's got a pool of American guys ready to jump, bro, ready to go. He's got man in IndyCar playing with their lives, bro, playing with their whole careers, just itching to get in that seat. He's savage, by the way. He's like fucking Flavor Flav.
People think everything's sweet at McLaren. This guy is terrifying. This guy, you understand, Oscar and Lando are under pressure all the time. This guy, if they put up bum performances for more than 4 or 5 races, they got coal on their feet behind closed doors. Don't think. Listen, McLaren don't play. They'll sack drivers. They don't give a damn. They sacked Daniel Ricciardo after 18 months.
They bought out his contract.
They said 15 million. Matt Salaman, go to Saudi F4. Sorry, my friend. Goodbye. So for people that think, oh yeah, they favour their drivers or whatever, both of them drivers are under the cosh at all times. What I'm saying is now, yeah, is Red Bull going to deploy a driver that could even go near Max? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So all they're going to do is replace the person that's bummy with somebody that's bummy. Yeah? And then what's going to happen? If Ferrari come through with a good car, what's going to happen? They've got Leclerc and Hamilton. If Mercedes come through with a good car, they're going to have possibly Antonelli and Russell. We come through with a good car, we've got our drivers. Max can't scrap on his one. It's going to get rushed. He'll win races, but you can't win constructors that way. I'm sorry, my friend.
You know what? I was actually about to say, well, look, Mercedes, at their rate of development, they could outdevelop you. But then you just reminded me that their driver lineup is George Russell and Kimi Antonelli next year. And that's not good. That's not a good driver lineup.
Hey, it's a complete unknown Antonelli in F1. And you can tell me about, Antonelli's amazing in the junior series or whatever. And I think he's quite good. I've seen him. He looks good. F1 is completely unknown. You're putting him on the top immediately. I don't know about him. Russell on his ones? Let me see.
Oh, you're saying Russell's going to be liberated?
No. Russell on his ones. Let me see what he's about. This is shine time right now. You went up against the GOAT. You was fighting for your life. You got beat down last year. Got absolutely cooked. this year you're treading water, you're putting in the performances, you're doing better than last year, so I'm seeing an improvement. But
Yeah.
Are you a number one driver? Are you a lead driver in the team, in the top team, to go for a title? Let me see. He might have the minerals. Who knows? But that, like I said, that's an unknown. Right now, we're seeing Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris. They don't have a Scooby about what's going on, and they're already putting in a charge.
Okay. All I'm saying to you is this. If you think that the mistakes will magically disappear next year, when the lights are going to be even brighter, you know what? The lights. You see that?
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
I look like I'm in a beauty counter in House and Fraser. That's what your man are going to be like next year. Look how bright these. Oh my God, that's
bro,
so
the light's bright now. Every time I look at every single time I look at something F1 users and McLaren related. I remember when we were 10th, nobody cared.
Bro,
when we were making those exact mistakes in midfield, nobody gave a damn.
Let me tell you now, Lando Norris is coming out weekly. I just made a mistake. I can't just keep making these mistakes, bruv. Hey, if you're telling me that's suddenly going to disappear after 10 races, I don't think it is.
Let me say this. If you make a mistake, and you still end up on the podium, certain man make a mistake and DNF. Certain man make a mistake and they're 11th and 12th. This guy is still on the podium. He's got 8 podiums. Max has got 9 podiums. Nobody else is near them. If he's driving badly and he's still getting podiums, what happens if he drives well? Same with Oscar. If Oscar is lacking consistency and he's there and thereabouts, and then he goes on a little hot streak and he goes on a bad streak, whatever. What does that say? He's only 18 months into his career. What if when he gets the experience? What's it going to look like? These men don't know what it looks like. Now, when they learn that this is what the front looks like. The lights are bright. They're going to step up next year, whether it be at Oscar or Orlando. One of them's going to do it. I just said I got a 50-50 chance here. Someone's going to cook. I can't lose. Someone's going to cook. And if the person that doesn't cook, he's not putting up a putrid performance like Perez. If Lando Norris is performing badly and he's got 199 points and Oscar Piastri's got 168 points or something like that, what the hell is Perez doing?
I don't know. I can't defend him.
And whoever gets put in that seat, what are they going to do?
Well, you know what? Fuck, we're flirting with it now, so let's move on to the third debate.
Okay.
I don't know how we're going to do this. The third question is...
I'll just clock.
Sergio Perez deserves to keep his seat.
Do you know what, yeah? I think he deserves to keep his seat.
Yeah.
And do you know why? Do you know why? I've said all of that. Obviously, I want everybody that's watching or listening, you have to understand I have a McLaren bias. Yeah. I engage in that bias. Same way you would engage in your Lewis Hamilton bias.
Yeah.
I engage in my McLaren.
But you know what? You can't have a bias. If you're an F1 content creator, you're not allowed to have bias. You should know that. You should know that.
And this is why I created a platform called McLaren Fan TV, where you guys can come and discuss McLaren. You don't need to talk about any other drivers. We don't care. We don't care.
I love
when
that.
I tweet something on the McLaren fan account, it's to McLaren fans. When I see other people talking, but what about this guy? What about that guy? Was I talking to you? What the hell are you talking about?
Get out of here.
What are you doing? That's like me. That's like me going to a conservative convention and being like, what about this policy? What about Labour? Brother, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong dance. Why are you in the dancehall dance asking for Eminem to be played? What are you doing?
100%. You know what, yeah? You know when Nigel Farage kicked that black guy out of the conference? I kind of respected it, you know? Like, get out. What are you doing here, bro? Like, this ain't for you.
Brother,
it's not for you, bro.
Why are you in the wrong place?
Bro,
have you got the wrong direction? This is the problem with Twitter, yeah? Because Twitter's allowed people from different interest places to engage with each other. What do I care? What about this driver? I don't care about that driver.
Oh, how are you going to be a serious podcast if you're not unbiased? You've got to be unbiased. Suck my biased dick.
Okay.
Please.
People are allowed to engage in bias. I can also engage in normal conversation regarding Formula One because I am an observer of Formula One. I do have knowledge of Formula One. I've watched this for a very, 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 very long time, more than most of you been alive, right?
100%.
Right? So that doesn't mean, I don't have knowledge, whatever. I just literally don't care about what you're talking about. Yeah?
I don't care.
Yeah?
I don't care. And do you know what? If you don't like it, you know what you can do? Go on Amazon, pick up a microphone, pick up a webcam, get yourself an account with Zoom or any other podcast recording software. Get yourself an Acast account. It's free. Upload your thing. Show your fucking face and make a podcast. It's easy to hide behind the driver profile and tell a man he's not doing a good job. You know what someone said to me today that pissed me off? Yeah?
Go on. Vent. Before we go into this, Vent.
Before we go into this, let me say. Someone said to me today, yeah, I was like, thank you for the new subscribers. I appreciate the new subscribers. You know, someone commented, they were like, how can you say new subscribers when you've only got 4.34 subscribers? And I was like, one, show me your platform, please, that you built from the ground up. I want to see it. Oh, teach me, wise one. Teach me the wax on, wax off, Mr. Miyagi, please, I'm begging you. Number two, we ended up getting 150 more followers from that comment after that. So don't piss me off, yeah? Because you know what? You would love to have this platform. You'd love to have a Pit Stop Tracker. You'd love to have a McLaren Fan TV with engaged fan bases who listen to what you say, who love what you do, who you can banter with, who you can interact with. But you don't. What you do is you trawl the holes of Twitter and YouTube looking for something to hate on. You got to hate with a bit more finesse. You can't hate in like a scattergun approach, bruv.
Shout out to my boy Chris. We have to do ethical hating.
You have to what?
Ethical hating.
Yes.
Yes. Facts-based ethical hating. That cannot be refuted.
Do you know what I mean? It can't be emotional hating.
This is at the end of the day, this person that you just spoke on, we'll give him a bit of time. If I said 150 subscribers, if I was to put them in your gaff to listen to your F1 takes, yeah, I'm not sure 150 people can fit under a cupboard under the stairs.
They can't.
It's not possible.
That's some slum landlord shit.
I don't think it's possible, mate.
It's not legal.
It's not legal. This is overcrowding. So let's not talk about 4.3K. If I put 4.3K in a place,
in a building,
that's filling up a portion of Westfield, little piece. Right there, you're getting me soapbox. But what I'm trying to say is, if you want to voice your opinion, you can voice your opinion. That's not a problem. But don't be going to places that you know you shouldn't be at. What we doing here? What we doing here? Yeah. That's like me going on astrology YouTube and saying, you know what, Libras don't say that. What are we talking about? Yeah. What have I got to do with that?
What have I got to
I'm
offer?
not involved. I don't know about this. Why am I here? But okay, let's go back to the topic. I'm going to say Sergio Perez, he should stay because it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right? If you put Yuki Tsunoda or Lawson or Ricciardo in there and they stink up the gaff the same, what was the point? You just basically put them man in there and you lost all your Mexican sponsors. What's the point? That's my point. That's why I think Perez should keep his seat until at least the end of the season because you're too in deep now. You know what I mean? You need to. Helmut Marko lost his power. Helmut Marko has no power at Red Bull anymore because he decided I'm on vibes. I'm going to put Nick De Vries in the car. He lost credibility from that point.
I mean, really, the fact that the Red Bull driver program has absolutely disintegrated is grounds for dismissal enough. But what is the Red Bull driver program, really and truly, right now? Like
the Red Bull driver program is to find the next and upcoming talent to put alongside Max Verstappen.
But they're not doing that.
The only person that's actually showing a little bit of promise is Yuki Tsunoda, and he ain't getting that seat. They've made it clear. At the beginning of the season, he was battering Ricciardo. They did not care, right? Their hopes was Ricciardo would batter him, so then they don't need to think about it. They could just put him in the seat, right? Right? Ricciardo ain't showing levels. Like the same way I was saying he's not showing levels of McLaren. Guess what? Kunle Pit Stop Fracas, he said in his fourth race, this guy's not here, get him out of McLaren. In his fourth ever race for McLaren, Spain, he said, this guy's not here, get him out of my team.
I said, in the summer, Spa 2022, before the race had started, I said Daniel Ricciardo's finished. I've never been cooked like that in my life on Twitter. The opinions I read on that tweet were insane. Well, you all laughed at me. You have to say, you're not laughing now, are you? Wow, it's too much Ferrari rhetoric in this podcast.
Listen, this ain't reform bod. What I was trying to say is, to those Daniel Ricciardo fans, he ain't got hope. It's done. Right? Today, they announced Perez is staying. That's the dagger to his career. He's done at it. Ricciardo's done at it. Because they're going to have to drop him. Because they're going to put somebody in that Red Bull,
he's
in that Visa Cash App or whatever it is, OnlyFans, whatever it's called. So they're going to put either Hadjar in that car or they're going to put Lawson in that car. If Hadjar wins F2, it's a no-brainer. They're putting him in the car. If they put Lawson in, that's all right. We've already seen Lawson. He was about it. But you are not doing your job, Helmut Marko, because you haven't got anybody ready to put in that seat.
What I would say, just as a quick counter, is Daniel Ricciardo will bring you marketing money. Maybe not Mexican money, but it will bring you marketing money and social capital, especially in which market? America, massive market. Again, maybe not as big a market as Mexico with Perez, but still a massive market. Daniel Ricciardo, I believe, I can't even say that, I'm sorry. You know what, fuck off.
Listen, people don't understand. Sergio Perez is like Michael Jackson in Mexico. Have you seen it when he goes Mexican Grand Prix? Bro, when he goes Qatar, don't he get bare love?
Mate, I was in Qatar last year. I swear to God, that is like the equivalent of like Max going to like Austria. Like, it is Checo fucking crazy. Obviously, we're on the border in Mexico. I had so many tacos, Jesus Christ. But those Mexicans love Checo Perez. But I've seen Sergio Perez fans scrapping for Sergio Perez. Like, they don't fuck about my guy, bro.
No, I love Sergio Perez.
No, like, bang. I said, you know what? Fair play. So, for me, like, I totally understand it. But, bro, I don't think it can get better, and it could definitely get worse. And I don't know if I want to see if that gets worse. I'm not going to lie.
Are you saying they're hemorrhaging?
Like,
they're hemorrhaging.
I'm saying I'm hemorrhaging. He's bleeding from the brain. Like, there's nothing that can be done about my man right now. We've got to put him on palliative care. Like, he's finished, done out. Like, I can't see how he qualified in second place and finished 8th.
He finished. Do you know his only goal is to beat one of the McLarens, and he finished behind both of them? That's quite literally his only job right now.
As soon as he lost out on the start, I said, this guy's finished, bro. Like, it's done. Like, this guy's going to go backwards. Because I knew the McLarens were going to munch that guy for breakfast. I knew it. Like, he's finished. So if Lewis gets past him, I was like, if he stays in front of Lewis, he maybe have a buffer and, you know, whatever.
He could drive off clean air. Didn't do it.
He didn't do it. And I said, you know what? Race finished. But anyway, that's
so you're saying it's better to dash him out and then worry about you replacing him later?
You know what? Maybe there's a miracle somewhere. Maybe there's a George Russell Belgium strategy somewhere. From nowhere, maybe Daniel Ricciardo finds some form. From somewhere, maybe Liam Lawson comes in, having driven sports cars and toy cars for the last year and a half. Maybe he does something. Fuck it. Get Hadjar out now. Let's just give him a year and a half. Let's just say don't have to do anything this year. Just get used to the car, get used to the team, and we go again next year. Anything's better than my man. I swear. I'm telling you. You know when someone's so shit, it's fucking hard to watch. Remember when Mbue got booed off after being subbed on? Like, that's how bad it is. Like, it's bad.
It's bad that it's sad. But for me, I'm enjoying. I'm like, this is blessings.
Yeah,
this is blessings from above. This is just like, what McLaren ain't want to construct. This is 98. Do you know how long ago that was? This is a long
98.
This has been decades.
Coulthard's hacking it.
We ain't done now. It's been nasty. 98, 99, I can't remember. It's one of those two.
One of them.
It weren't during Lewis days or Jensen Button days. We just took the drivers. Goodbye. But it's scary hours. I'm there for it. Perez, thank you, ex-McLaren driver. You were in the Pantheon Hall of Fame, McLaren, if this happens. But one thing I will say is, and I don't think anybody's discussing it, why don't Red Bull buy somebody's contract? Isn't this a sought-after seat? Why is I'm from the old days where, listen, man's taking your driver. I'm a big team. I'm taking your driver, innit?
Why is everyone respecting contracts these days? Buy someone out, bruv.
What happened?
Like, surely
someone...
I don't know.
Either, look, they tried to... Listen, 1,000,000% at the beginning of the season, they tried to buy Norris. They tried to get Norris. Because they knew it was going to get techie. So they tried to get Norris. Norris signed a new contract with McLaren. Why didn't you go start after somebody else?
Piastri.
Buy somebody out. I know already as a McLaren fan, if Max Verstappen goes to Mercedes, we're in trouble. We're losing one of our drivers. 1,000,000% we're losing one of our drivers.
They're coming after one of them.
One of them's gone. But what I'm trying to say is, there's other drivers out there. Why didn't you try to buy them out? What's wrong? Surely Sainz. What's wrong with Sainz? I know the dads are beefing. Buy Sainz out. Buy somebody out.
Keep them apart.
Just
how hard is it to keep two people who don't even drive the car apart? Like just fuck off.
What happened to the old? I don't want to be one of those old heads. What happened to the old days where you could just buy them?
You know what?
I'm taking your chain. I don't care if you're a midfield deal. I'm taking your chain.
Do you know what, Mahad? Game's gone, mate.
Game's gone.
I'm
seeing Sainz to Williams. What the hell is going on in these streets?
That's nasty work. I'm not going to lie. You can't convince me that's anything other than nasty work, Sainz going to Williams.
They don't even have project management tools, bro.
Bro, they're on Excel.
How you track parts on Excel?
Bruv, imagine if the computer crashes. How many how many versions of that? You know when too many men are in a file?
When you made too many versions on SharePoint and it's done.
Too many, doing new one, new underscore. I just don't know.
My only reasoning is if that Mercedes engine must be a rocket ship. It must be a massive.
It must be. Well, look, we'll see.
Yep.
I've got a skedaddle.
So do I.
But look, you are an incredible guest. Do you want to come back and do this again sometime?
Yeah, definitely. If people likes these debates, you can even pose the questions, people.
Yes, I love that. Thank you for coming. What an incredible... You know what, I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like I'm 0 and 2 after the Cameron video and this video on debating on my own channel.
And I'm good at debating. It's not
You are very good at debating. You are very good at debating. I need to sharpen up my debating skills. I need to get a nagging girlfriend or something, respectfully. Someone who's going to train me every day. I'm living on my own. I've just got my own thoughts. In my own head, I'm winning every argument.
Don't talk to yourself.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Steel sharpens steel. Right now, I've got 2 sponges.
Hey, listen, I argue for a living, so I'm good. I stay sharp every day.
Yeah, clearly I don't. Thank you so much, Mahad, for coming on. Where can people find you?
You can find me, McLaren Fan TV, after every race on a Tuesday, live with my boy, Peter on Pole, Peter DJ Selensky. And find us on Pit Stop Fracas. We drop sporadically. We're doing a new thing. So catch us and all 3 million of us on the greatest plate Formula One platform on the planet.
100%. So solid crew, Love those guys. We will be back Saturday, maybe. Need to talk to Tash. But I think so. I think we'll be back on Saturday. But make sure you like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a whole bag of content on the site, so let me know what you want to see, what topics you want me to talk about. We can do that. And remember, as always, no matter what life throws at you, keep it on the black stuff. Until next time, take care. Look, mate, if you've got this far, clearly you like what we do. So here's a link to subscribe to the Quickstop F1 family. Give that a click. And here's another link to some more cool on our channel. Sorry, cool stuff. And remember, no matter what happens, keep it on the black stuff.
Click the stuff. Click the links. Click the links. Click the links. There. They're there.